In just 48 hours, an entire nation lost its ability to fight at sea. Hundreds of aircraft gone. Elite pilots wiped out. 3 carriers sent to the bottom of the ocean. And the most shocking part? The battle wasn't even close. This is the story of how the United States didn't just win a battle in the Pacific, they erased Japanese naval aviation forever. On the bridge of a U.S. carrier, Vice Admiral Mark Mitscher scanned the horizon. Before him sailed a force unlike anything ever assembled. 15 fleet carriers, 7 battleships, 21 cruisers, 69 destroyers. This was Task Force 58, the largest concentration of naval air power the world had ever seen. But this wasn't just about numbers. The Pacific War had already proven one thing. Whoever controlled the skies controlled the seas, and whoever controlled the seas could strike anywhere. At the heart of this force were the Essex-class aircraft carriers. Massive, efficient, deadly. Each one carried 90 aircraft, thousands of crew, a perfectly coordinated strike system. Fighters, dive bombers, torpedo planes. Together, they formed a machine of war built not on heroism alone, but on industrial power and precision. Each carrier could launch aircraft every 30 seconds, cycle planes in under a minute, generate massive strike waves repeatedly. This wasn't improvisation. This was mathematics applied to warfare. Far to the west, the Japanese prepared their last major carrier force. Under Vice Admiral Jisaburo Ozawa, the Imperial Navy assembled 9 carriers, 430 aircraft. On paper, still formidable, but beneath the surface, a fatal weakness. The pilots. Where elite aviators once had 700+ flight hours, now many had barely 100 hours. Years of brutal combat had drained Japan's most valuable resource, experience. The veterans of Pearl Harbor were gone, and no industry could replace them fast enough. June 11th, American fighters launched toward the Mariana Islands. Their target, Japanese airfields on Saipan, Tinian, and Guam. When they met Japanese defenders, the result was shocking. The legendary Zero fighter, once dominant, was now outmatched. Slower, fragile, outdated. American Hellcats tore through them with ease. That day, 147 Japanese aircraft destroyed. Only 11 American losses. It was no longer a fair fight. Japanese command activated Operation A-Go. The plan? Use land-based aircraft to weaken the Americans, then deliver the final blow with carrier strikes. But American codebreakers intercepted the plan. Admiral Raymond Spruance made a critical decision. He would not chase the Japanese fleet. Instead, he would wait, force them to attack. June 19, 1944. The sky was clear, perfect conditions for battle. Then radar detected incoming aircraft. The first Japanese wave, 69 planes. What followed became legendary. American fighters, guided by radar, intercepted flawlessly. In minutes, 42 Japanese planes destroyed. Chaos among inexperienced pilots. Wave after wave followed. Each one met the same fate. American pilots described it as like shooting fish in a barrel. By the end of the day, hundreds of Japanese aircraft destroyed. Minimal American losses. The sky belonged entirely to the United States. Submarines struck next. Carriers Taiho and Shokaku were hit. Fuel leaks, explosions, catastrophic failures. Ships that had survived earlier battles now sank beneath the waves. By sunset, Japan's carrier air power had been shattered. On June 20th, the Americans launched a daring long-range strike. It was risky. Fuel margins were razor thin. Pilots knew they might not make it back, but they attacked anyway. Japanese ships were hit again, and as darkness fell, many pilots ran out of fuel. Then came one of the most famous moments in naval history. Admiral Mitscher gave an order: turn on the lights. Every ship illuminated the ocean. A dangerous move, but it saved lives. Pilots found their carriers in the darkness. Many were rescued. In just 2 days, Japan lost hundreds of aircraft, thousands of trained personnel, multiple carriers. But the greatest loss was something they could never replace: experienced pilots. From that moment on, Japan's naval aviation ceased to exist as an effective force. The Battle of the Philippine Sea proved something bigger than victory. It proved that modern war was no longer decided by individual skill alone, but by industry, technology, and training. The age of elite warriors was ending, and the age of industrial warfare was beginning. If you made it this far, you just witnessed one of the most one-sided battles in military history. So here's the question: was this the moment World War II was truly decided in the Pacific? Comment your opinion below. I read every single one. And if you want more untold stories like this, hit subscribe, because the next story might be even more unbelievable.